Are we live? Okay, my bitrate was low. I turned my VPN off. Hopefully that fixes it. I gotta make sure the YouTube stream is actually public. Let's see. Says it's live. That is what it's reporting to me. Although it looks like the same stream. Like it's already going for 30 minutes. Huh. Okay, well, slight disconnection there, but we are back. We will never be stopped. My internet will never disconnect completely. Those are the rules. Now do my dance to get back into my chair properly. Okay. Yeah, so this is interesting because if I go to replicate to clients, 4K and parts.keys replicate to clients.rpc data, then we go here. 4K, oh, and data.keys. Parts, hey, replicate to clients. I have to look at the actual code, I think. Data K. Part equals parts K. Oh, wait, what? No. Is it calling it like... Why would it call it like that? Why would I write it like that? Wait. What? No. For K and data.keys. Yeah, what's going to happen is it's going to be like the first part is added. It's going to replicate that. Then the second part's going to be added. Now it's going to replicate the first part and the second part. It's going to replicate the first part again. With this system. For K and data.keys. Replicate to clients. Alright. Maybe I just never updated. I'm definitely like rushing a lot of this, I would say. But I think data chunk position. Data K. Okay. Oh, we're overwriting it. Okay. It's actually fine. That is not happening. What I just described. We're iterating through. Why are we iterating through it? Data.keys. Oh. What? Parts K. Hell. Value. Replicates clients. I'm just like not understanding this. So there's the key. Data exclamation. Okay, so are we checking if it has an exclamation point? Okay, I see. All right. For K and data.keys. Yeah, then we're just iterating over it. Do we have to iterate at that point? That might be what's confusing me, just the unnecessary iteration. Otherwise, we'd just be selecting like a singular value, though. Okay, maybe it is necessary. Let me add a comment here. We are iterating, but at this point, there should only be one value in the dictionary. Boom! Okay, then... Well, I mean, with that in mind, should be able to update it here. Update part 3D part. Alright, run that again. Let's see how close we are. Let me make myself taller. 1 second. Okay. Alright. I've achieved the perfect angle. I gotta apply Carmex. This is very important. Gotta be as efficient as possible with my time. I'm actually folding laundry with my feet right now. You can't see it. That's how efficient I am. And I never stop grinding. Never, ever. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What's gonna happen? My webcam isn't working. Hold on. I was thinking about doing the bit again. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna resist. Resist the urge. Alright, is it working now? Oh, oh my. Oh my. Why? Why are you doing this? It just crashed. Very sad. Very sad moment. Is the editor crashing as well now? It seems like we fixed the problem, and then there's another problem I never fixed that is cropping up. It seems to happen whenever I collide with one of the dragons. It might be like colliding in a way where it just like explodes and then goes somewhere super far and then it can't generate. Maybe that's what's happening. I swear to God, next project, I'm gonna make things so much cleaner. It's gonna be so much better than this. I guess my current system isn't that bad, but it just doesn't feel right. I feel like I always have that whenever I make any substantial systems or just write any code, honestly, I'll look back on it and I feel like, this doesn't feel right. It's like actual unattainable perfectionism with the code. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll try it again. Maybe this is probably a C++ error when it crashes, which it does seem like it's doing more often now. I don't even know if a multiplayer will still work. But yeah, this was an important thing to get right, like making sure the multiplayer is actually working. So I think at this point I've probably done the bare minimum. I also want to improve the indicators, like I said. So we'll probably do that once we successfully test this. And then I also have some other things written down. Oh yeah, adding enemies. I want to do that. I could test multiplayer with the enemies. I wonder if the 3D side of things will work for the enemies as well in multiplayer. I'm not sure. I probably could have run this through C++. It probably would have been faster. This is taking a really long time. What the hell? Maybe because I just launched the editor back up? Perhaps? Okay, join game. Start. Damn it. It happened like immediately that time. So sad. I think it's probably updating it twice now. Yeah. Okay. Is it? Yeah, there might actually be more problems beyond what um we just fixed. Update. Am I in the right script? Update part 3D. Yeah, we're also updating them somewhere else as well. So it is call remote. Why would we want to call remote, actually? Yeah, I don't think we'd want to do that here. Same thing with the player tracker. Will it show our options if I do this? Um, oh no, we are doing call remote. Why is it messing it up? I do not understand. Yeah, call local is when it calls on the client as well. Client that called it. Let's run 2 projects. See if we can see what the C++ error is. And I'm not paying attention to if it's like happening only on the client or something, or only on the host or not, or the joinee, the hostee. Did they both crash? That's funny. What? Why? What is the key? How did that happen? What does a Z represent again? Oh, the full configuration. L.terrain is 32. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. This is terrible. What is terrain 32? What is that? What's going on there? Do we not have a full thing for that yet? 32. And I don't know which index it's going to be exactly. That's another thing. Okay. Wait, it's a terrain. A terrain with an index of 32. Do we even have that? What the hell? Was I looking at it correctly? I'm pretty sure that's a 32. Why? Pretty sure we don't have 32 terrains here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I don't know. Let me try running it again. Does this happen in single player now? Now that we've re-enabled multiplayer? I wonder. Let me see. No, it might just have something to do with like the collision somehow. I don't know why it would do that though. Maybe some part of the memory is not initialized? I have no idea. Can I just get it to run without it crashing? Yes, I would like to start another instance. Why, thank you. Okay, don't crash. Oh my god. What about the other one? This one's still going. Okay. What's the key? It does say 32. How did you get that? What the hell? Do we have data we can look at? Like a data collection? Tile get layer. What is 32? Why? Is it a terrain ID? L.terrain. L.terrain set is 0. It's the full configuration. Oh my god. Why don't I look for a terrain with an ID of 32? Because that I feel like we could have, because we've swapped out a lot of terrains over time. Okay. Tile set. Do the terrains have IDs? What is this? Terrain 15. I'm not seeing any IDs, to be honest. How did it even generate that? The only way I could imagine that happening is if, like, the memory is not initialized or something. It, it seems like the collision is what is causing that. I could try having it join at a different time. Like, I could move out of the way first, maybe. But we've had that issue for a while now. Yeah, might not be able to start. Okay, we actually broke free. Everything appears to be working well enough. I like how I'm controlling both of them. Alright, what if I push the other dragon? It works. I mean, there's physics interactivity, which is cool. Surprisingly, that works. I don't know how it'll work on an actual network, which is why I'm, like, eager to test that. Oh, should I try some upgrades? What if I die? I can still see the other dragon. Alright, I'm coming back. Hold on. I'm coming back in. Can I find the other dragon now? That would be so fun to see. I would really appreciate that. Seems like I can't pull the other dragon. That would be cool. That would be good functionality to add, though. I should try and work on that at some point. However, it seems like the multiplayer is barely working, assuming it doesn't, like, break. in that first moment there when we're like colliding. So I think I'll just really quickly go in and add, although I got to keep that error in mind, but I'll go in and add just a way to spawn the dragons at slightly different increments depending on like our client ID or something like that. Initialize the clients. And also seeing the other dragon in the upgrade menu. Or upgrade in upgrades. Yeah, I feel like we couldn't call it here. We have to call it somewhere else. Because otherwise it's going to add an offset in the upgrade menu, which we don't want. I don't think. I don't think we do. Or maybe we're not calling start. Maybe we're only calling like initialize 3D. Let me check. Oh, also, I'm going to run the 3-minute ad break because the ad manager stopped working, so now I have to do it myself. I'm going to permanently end all pre-rolls forever with this maneuver. But yeah, I'll be back in 3 minutes. I'm not actually going to do anything during the ad break. Alright, I will be back. Alright, I'm back. The break should be over, right? Should be, yeah. How would a lemon smoothie taste? How would that be? It would probably be, I mean, probably be good. They usually don't put lemons in smoothie. Maybe you do. I don't know. I can imagine like a lemon slushy. That would be good. A lemon smoothie, you know? I don't know. It would, you could probably make it work. I was thinking about that because I had one of those Tums smoothies, and it was like a yellow one, and it tasted like lemon. So I was like, is that a thing? Do people do that? That wasn't just completely out of the void. Something actually prompted that. Yeah, in the dragon menu, are we calling the start function? We are. No. Reset 3D. Maybe the processing isn't happening. I feel like we do still have control over the inputs actually when we do that. I think I said I wanted a variable for this anyways. Yeah. Put it like here maybe. Var is display dragon boolean equals false. Go back to dragon menu. Make sure we set it to true. Before we call start. Display dragon. Okay. What? Control Alt S. Okay, then in the start function, we initialize all of the nodes. Or we initialize all of the upgrades. Yeah. Initialize to clients.rpc nodes. For upgrade and upgrades, node equals card.new. Okay. That is fine. Yeah, we'll do it here. If is preview dragon equals false. If not, okay, we'll do it this way. 4k, or how about 4p part in parts.keys. We get like our, how do we get the multiplayer ID again? I don't remember. And I don't want to use that as like our incrementer. Because it might be like a randomized hash kind of value, which would like teleport us across the planet, and I don't want to do that. So are we doing something where we give them like reasonable IDs with the indicators? Like the directional indicators? I forget what they're called. I think that they must have a name. Player tracker. Yeah. Incoming ID. Are we using that anywhere? Incoming ID dot position. Incoming ID. Is this a dictionary? Huh. We're calling that from the dragon. Thought we were. Oh, this is the dragon menu. Update player tracker. Get remote sender ID. Okay, so it's probably not like within a reasonable bounds that we can use. I could just randomize it for now, although that's kind of a hacky solution. Yeah, we'd have to give them better IDs. Unless they already work in that way. Hold on. Game. Initialize client. Multiplayer peer equals peer. Peer dot create client. Update player tracker. Yeah, we need to give them like their ordering somehow. That would also help with the trackers, because we could label them with a number if we wanted to. I should try printing the IDs. Yeah, let me do that here. Multiplayer to get unique ID. If it's not like randomized values, we might be able to use it. And now we wait. This is the best part. What to talk about? Skate 4! No, I have nothing new to say about that. I already mentioned the Stranger Things 5. That's like the only thing to talk about in the world. Thank you for the hydrate, Redstone. I have no water. But I do have a water bottle. That's right. I think I'm gonna submit the Steam page to Steam this weekend. That's the plan. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to talk about. I could talk more about the chemistry system, but then I would like go into like doing more planning, which I kind of don't want to do. Talk about the next project. Could talk about music. That is a thing. I don't know what I want to do for the music for this game still. I gotta find something. I might just need more samples. That might be the answer. The answer to all my problems with games music. Okay, it immediately crashed, and yeah, these values are not usable. That is very sad. Is there any point at which we check like the amount of connected clients or anything like that? There's all this other stuff going on. Notify player added. Notify player added. Call local. Add player. Why are we calling it like this? Huh. There's probably a reason. But if this is calling on all the clients anytime a player is added, we might be able to use that. If ID does not equal multiplayer.multiplayer peer.get unique ID. So it's also notifying us that we joined the lobby. And then it's also notifying all the other ones. Okay. So we probably could use this. Yeah. I think. And I probably want to store this in game data. Is server local dragon var client index equals 0 by default. And then connected client count, or how about just client count, which will default to, I don't know, it depends on how we are going to do this next part. Notify player added, player spawned, add player, initialize server, add player, notify. Okay, so it must be getting called here. Oh. No, it still does it here. And then we do the RPC. Okay. I think we will add it here. If ID equals multiplayer.get unique ID, return. Well, yeah, that's initializing the other stuff. Okay, so I think we'll do it like right here. Yeah. Okay. Connected or game data dot connected. Oh my god. Oh my god. Client count. Client count. Nailed it. I went to the wrong thing. Client count plus equals 1. And then game data dot client index equals client count. It would be nice to be able to get a client index from another client, though. That's kind of what we need for the other things, right? Yeah. Maybe we could do that somewhere with like the incoming ID or whatever. Identify client count. You are wrong. Dragon Pier. Yeah, we could probably add that here. Index. Int. Dragon Pier. We're doing that anywhere at all? No. Oh my god, don't do that. Where's this happening? Notify player added. So is it right here? Other.tracker. Wait, is that the other dragon? Oh, this makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Other dot index equals. Oh, this is wrong too. Hold on. We want to put this here. This is our client. This is the local client. Then we do an increment regardless down here. Wait. What? What? Maybe here then? And then index equals game data dot client count. Where? Game data.g equals self. There's probably something wrong with game data. Oh, well, that's beautiful. Did I save it? Did I save all these? I think I have to save game. Okay. Cool. Now we'll try printing for Game Dragon. Instead of the multiplayer get unique ID, we'll print game data dot client index. Run it through here. Things, topics, subjects. How? I'm interested what people will think about the art that I made for the Steam stuff. I don't think it's like great by any means, but it's serviceable. That was kind of a process to get all that stuff ready, I will say. But it is now ready. And I did it in the least efficient way possible. As you do. I didn't use like any in-game screenshots. Everything I did was made from scratch. It's terrible. Why would I why would I do it that way? I don't know. I did also want to add enemies. I think I should add enemies before I change the trackers. Yeah. This is taking so long. Why? Why would you do this? We have 138 errors. That is not relevant to this problem at all. That's so many. Do I even have that much code in the game? It must be like a loop error for some of them. Okay, join game. It's gonna crash. That's okay. Or maybe not. Maybe we get lucky this time. It's wrong. The client index is wrong. This sucks. It's probably calling it locally before it RPCs it. Jeez. All right. Well, this is very sad. Notified player added. Game data.client count plus equals 1. Client index equals game data.client count. And if it's calling it locally for this one, yeah, that could be problematic for sure. It's always going to call that first. Yeah. Could I like re-RPC it? I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, we need this to happen last. We need this call to happen last. Do we? I don't understand these things. Yeah, like this isn't synchronized necessarily. Update player tracker. Initialize client. Did we call add player anywhere? Huh. Perhaps not. Notify player added. All I see is create client. Initialize server. Yeah, it's like not gonna add it. Unless we're connecting it somewhere. No, essence changed. How do we even know when it's connected? Maybe it's when it's... Hold on. Could be here somewhere. Add player. Okay. For peer ID and multiplayer to get peers. Notify player added.rpc ID. The total count should be correct. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why I would do that. Pretty sure they should all be called at the same time. If we add all of the other players first, which we could try doing, hopefully it wouldn't break anything. And this is notifying it of the server. Notify of other players. Notify of host. So yeah, if we could do both of these before we actually call it on the added client, notify player added .rpc ID, or just RPC. RPC ID. What is that? What does that mean? Form an RPC on a specific peer ID. Okay. And then we just, is this RPC everything ever created? Again, this is for the other players, so probably would want to do that first. Okay. This might work better. It might also break something. We'll see what happens. You never know. I don't see why it would break it though. It should be able to initialize everything else before it initializes itself. We're doing the guitar again for this one. I've earned it. I've said enough stupid and random things. Make an actual cool sound. Hold on. I don't know. I give up. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, no, that's so sad. It's all over now. What does this one do? What does this one do? Oh. Okay, new game. But also, like, get this other client in here, please. Join game. Join game. Start. Start game. Whoa, they actually, like, worked that time. Cool. Now they have different ideas. So, presumably, everything is fine doing it this way. Hope I remember this if something does break. Back to Game Dragon. Yeah. If is preview dragon equals false for p part in parts.keys, we're gonna say p dot body dot global position, right? Plus equals vector2 100 times game, or how about like 300 times game data dot client index and 0. And then I'm going to run that through C++. Get another one going, come on. It's time. Hurry. Do it now. Join game. Winning? I don't know. I can't tell if anything happened there. Something had to have happened, though. I mean, surely. It's 300 pixels. 300 pixels is, like, enough, I would say. If is preview dragon equals false, add to the global position of the bodies. Okay, how about a larger distance? Just to test it. Interesting. Interesting sound. How do we run multiple at once? Is that a thing I can do here? What button do I have to press to do the thing? Okay, what is all this? What is all this shit on the right here? Summer bits. I don't want your bits. Take them back. You hooligan. I don't know if they heard me. Maybe. It's not doing anything. Are we still getting, like, correct printed values? Am I not offsetting the parts in the correct way? What's going on here? Recalculate chain. Is client dragon process mode? Is preview dragon? Is that, like, true by default? No, it's not. Okay, I guess I'll print the client index again. I don't know. Should be doing something. It's time for more tapping, I think. I do feel my dexterity improving with this specific maneuver. It's very fun to do. Still not very good at it, though. And I can only do, like, one pattern. But conceptually, you know, I'm understanding the technique. Like, maybe I could devise some custom pattern. No? Just has to be, like, a rehearsed movement, that's all. What? Oh. I see. This is why we have to test things in GDScript. Everything just breaks otherwise. Okay, will it work now? We might be too far now because it's set to 900. Can't go any higher than that. Damn it. Gonna sound so cool, and now it's ruined. Start another instance, please. Join game. Join all the game. Whoa! It actually kind of worked, though. Wait, where am I? Who am I? I like how it just works with origin shifting. It's, like, nice to have that feature. I might just keep it like that for now. No! Why? Where are you getting this mysterious number from? Idiot. It might just be something wrong with our current terrain configuration. Anyways, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to move on to greater things like fixing the indicator whatevers. I forget what they're called. Okay, hold on. I just want to do tapping again. Something like that. Okay, this is a distraction. Setting it down. It's fun though. It's so fun. You know? Like having new limbs or something. You know? Everyone's favorite thing to aspire to. That would be cool though. No, but then like your neurons, you would lose your thinking neurons so your arms could work. I don't know. Like if you had extra arms. I don't know. That's probably not how it works. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. Like, is there a specific section of the brain that is just designated for motorical things? Like, if I lose an arm, could could I become smarter because there's more like freed up neurons? I don't know. Doesn't seem like that is like a thing that happens. It's interesting though. Like elephants have bigger brains than us, right? But because their bodies are so large, they're not actually like smarter in that sense. Can the human brain be rewired to just like 100% of the brain? Like if I was just a brain in a vat, could 100% of the brain be used just to think? What I would be able to parse at that point would be insane. I don't know. Not a neuroscientist, I think would be a brain scientist, neurobrain scientist. Yeah, so they're called trackers. Right now we're using color rectangles. What do we have in terms of UI options? Let me add something here. Maybe I should add it to game config. I don't know. Yeah, we have like upgrade port. That's all we have. Okay, I will make custom sprites for this. What is HUD? What does HUD stand for? No, no, that's not. I'm interested in. Heads up display. I think it just refers to the UI. Okay, I'm gonna call this, I'll call it game, I guess. For lack of a better term. You know, then make a new file. 64 by 64. Save it here. My favorite directory. Oh, this should probably be in toolkits. Tracker core. Because core sounds cool. Like in Red Dead Redemption with your cores. It's like a thing. It's like a thing that's said, I think. We're going to keep it pretty basic. Not going overboard with this. Would like to spare myself the headache. Whoa. Okay, invert, 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 erase. Opacity. We're gonna go 50%. Maximum brush size. Invert. Opacity, 30%. Erase. Beautiful. Incredible. So there's our core, and we're going to make an arrow pointer as well, a similar size. So for that, I think we'll do... Okay. Mirror on this axis. We'll do a little bit of this, perhaps. A little bit of this sort of thing. And then a bit of a angle here. Here we go. Although I think I want to make it a little bit shorter. Yeah. And then we'll give it like a shaded effect. So we're going to invert this color. And adjust the contrast here. So these can serve as like intermediate colors. All right. And then adjust the color curve. Make it more bright overall. Maybe like right there. Tracker arrow. And now we have to export both of these. I really don't want to use absolute paths. What is in our game config? I don't like stuffing everything into the game config either, though. It's not great. Okay. I have an idea. I'm gonna open Krita like an idiot. No. Um, scene. Yeah, I think we want to I want to make like a custom resource type that can hold all the UI stuff. So probably something, I would say. Add-ons, scenes, sprites, status effect, tiles, tools, upgrades. How about I call it data? Or maybe it would be scene. Pages, tiles, UI. Get out of here. I'll add something here, I guess. Script. UI palette. Extends resource. Class name, UI palette. How the hell do I spell palette? How many L's? How many T's do I need? I need so many letters. All these words and their letters. It has to stop. Okay, it's only one L. So I guess I got it right the first time. Okay, export bar tracker core. Image texture 2D. Thank you. Tracker arrow. It's gonna be another texture 2D. Let's make a palette. Core. Arrow. Then we will go into game data. Thank you. Or game config. That is the game config. What? Stop. Export var palette. We'll call it UI palette. Just so we can have it in like its own thing, really. Now we can go to game. And for the tracker, basically just do things a little bit differently. Tracker core, tracker base. Okay, this is going to be a sprite 2d.new tracker base dot texture equals game data dot config dot game config dot palette UI palette dot tracker core. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tracker pointer equals sprite2d.new. Tracker pointer dot color, that doesn't matter. We're gonna make the size the same. Tracker pointer, make sure this is using the right thing. Tracker pointer dot pivot offset. Dot. I guess we'll set the position after the. Oh my god. Oh. Tracker pointer dot position plus equals vector 2. 38. 38 0. Oh, but then we say tracker base dot add child tracker pointer. Okay, we'll try that. See if that works. Yeah, okay. Run. Yeah, we can just run at this point. Here as well, please. Okay, we're far away. I don't see anything. I'm gonna have to run it through GD script, see what's going on. Who knows? Who knows? Then I'll add enemies back in. So we can fight. Fight the enemies. Alright, what other forms do we have here? What other chords? Ooh. That was kind of cool. New game. Wait, hold on. We need the other one. Join. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Do sprites not have a size? Is that like what's happening here? Oh my god, it's scale? Are you serious? You're really doing this to me. Would it be scale? I feel like it would not be scale, actually. Okay, well, I have to wait now anyways. God damn it. This is messed up. Yeah, it must just be the default size of the sprite to begin with. Was I using a color rec before? I might want to use an image thing. Image whatever. Image rect. Yeah. Cancel that. I take it back. Image rect. What is it? Texture rect? Yeah, okay. So let's have a size. Thank you. I'm assuming it has a texture as well. Okay. It's probably gonna have a filter. Run the project through here. Hmm. The arrow doesn't seem to be working. Here, let me do this. Perhaps it will help. No, not really. Very sad. Okay, tracker pointer. We're not setting the texture here. And I gotta make the names consistent at some point. That being said, it should be ready now. Yes. I would like to run another instance. Okay. It's doing something. I like how it scales with the size of the screen. The pivot is off. We should probably reduce the size of them as well. Okay, pivot offset equals tracker pointer dot size divided by 2 minus 48. That's the distance from the center of the other one, I assume. Okay. How about instead we say tracker pointer dot global position, and then subtract that from tracker base dot global position. Maybe that'll do it, and then set the size to like 16 for both. And then position like 20. Perhaps. What? Oh, right, because now I'm remembering you can't actually change like the size of sprites because it's like evil or something. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What is happening there? That is frustrating. Unless you do like some fancy stuff. Let me see if I can do that. No, even then, we had this problem before. We tried like a billion different things. It didn't want to work. There's the core. Yeah, I've tried doing this. Expand mode. Keep size. Yep. But ignore size. Well, if I can actually use that, that would be nice. So, tracker base dot expand mode equals ignore size. Tracker pointer dot expand mode equals ignore size. Let's do that here, like, afterwards. It probably just won't work. I don't know why, but last time I tried doing this, that did not fix it. Wait. Oh my god, it worked. Although the offset is still wrong. Kinda. Basically. Probably because it's not centered or something. Now I want the sizes to be smaller. But here, tracker pointer dot pivot offset equals vector 2 16 by 16, so that when we set the position and do the calculation, it like works. But that might already give it some initial offset. Okay, we'll try this. Plus vector 2 16 16. There. Please work now. Did it do it? Okay, I think so. Now the sizes are wrong. But you know, this is incredible progress. What I'll do is, instead of plus 20, I'll do plus 32. Then they should be exactly flush, I think. Alright, and then while we're here, I'm also going to add enemies back in. And then we can do like sort of a final test if everything works. Main layer. Source graph, let's add another layer to our main layer. Layered spawn rule. I guess I could add it here. Yeah. Probability rule. Probability is going to be 0.01 if it's true. We're going to put down an entity if it's false, just a selector. The entity will be enemy or peasant. Rotation should be 0. Hopefully this works. Why are we getting things here? So, like, we're adding back in all the features that were there before. I forget why we got rid of them in the first place. Maybe it was for, like, the 3D thing I did. It was also, like, terrain related, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think it was when we were adding the biome blending. I think it worked. There's many enemies being spawned in. Oh my god. Okay. Can you... It's a bunch of essence flying around. Stop. And the trackers look good now. Please. Please. Okay, let's turn the probability down to like a tenth of that. My goodness. Even that might be too much. Pretty much everything I've worked on has been this game for the last couple of weeks as I've been trying to get the Steam page ready. It'll be nice once I submit that to finally have some time to like work on something else for a little bit. Anyways, seems like the performance is much more stable now. Where is the other dragon? There we go. Incredible. The collision. Do we have any enemies anywhere? Gotta have some enemies. Why is the amount like 0 now? Are we getting no enemies? Also, I should probably do a split screen. Okay, let me turn this back up to like 3 times that amount. Perhaps? Why does that remind me of like one of the Batman themes? I don't know. Probably because it sounds like one of the Batman themes. That's probably why, if I had to guess. Okay, we definitely have some enemies spawning in now. Oh my god, why? Why is it so bad? Our performance. Terrible. They're not even rotating. Man. The hell? Why are they not rotating towards us? Okay, and the thing crashed. That's cool. Can you please shut up? How about, like, that? Probably because we're spawning them in water as well. We can't even get a value that precise. Still going? Indeed. I'm about to end stream though. I gotta get the visuals ready. Did that actually spawn any enemies in? Dang. Not seeing any. Okay, I should probably spawn them only on land and then use the 0.03 or whatever it was. Why don't I set it here? Then I can copy this, delete that noise rule. Tile A, what is this? Water, okay. Tile B is a layer, okay, well that works. After the biomes, we just paste this in. Will it work? Hope. Yeah, spawning enemies in the water, like spawning them literally everywhere, is going to tank performance, but we probably also need to optimize the enemies. However we would do that. Okay, no, I'm still not seeing any. Why not? Oh, there we go. Okay. We don't want too many to start off. This is a good amount. And they're rotating. They're actually doing rotations. Oh, and I can get essence now. It's kind of cool to see the font change. Oh my goodness, I'm stuck. It's fine. Alright, well, I think that will suffice for the Steam page. I'm gonna be real. I will wait. I gotta full screen it. That's the only other thing I'm gonna do on stream. I'm gonna full screen this experience. Oh, I should try with some upgrades. Hold on. Yeah. Upgraded body type, Morningstar, everything, fire breath, lightning fire. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Why does it keep spawning like that? I don't know. Alright, enemies. Where are you? Why does the Morningstar look like that? Oh my god. Oh no. I'm breaking a bunch of rocks. Ooh. Just destroying the entire ecosystem. I should be able to electrocute rocks as well, if I can find the right kind. Are they still spawning? Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? I'm not seeing any iron nodes, guys. It's very unfortunate. Alright, well, how about I full screen it? I full screen it in the full screen section. In this one here. Full screen. Then I go to the Meadows biome. Yes. No. What am I doing? And what do we want to do here? Probability rule, if it's true. Do another probability rule if that's true. We have some things here. Pine tree. Otherwise, another probability rule, which... What is this? Boulder. Okay, I don't know how... I don't know why it cleared this one, but I think we want to set this to iron ore. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I got disconnected before Cricket. By my evil VPN. It's trying to stop me. My Nord VPN. No, it's not actually NordVPN. It's just funny because that's the sponsorship one. Okay, is there iron? Is there iron in the game? Yes, yes! Alright, switch to the Drake body type. Fire, no, not, don't just light ourselves on fire. Let's not do that. All right. Lightning breath. There we go. We're zapping the... We gotta fix the chemistry system. This is lame. This is lame as hell. Can electrocute enemies. It'll be good. This is enough for the Steam page, I would say. This looks fine. We even have the shadows now, and I quite like the effect it gives the game. Wait, what about the enemies? I didn't look to see if the enemies have shadows. I can't really tell. Could also be the height at which the enemies are at. Yeah, their positions aren't being set correctly, probably. Okay, well... They don't have any shadows. They don't have any shadows. They don't. It's just that's what's happening. That is the thing that's happening. Why not? Are you not using the same function as the game thing? I don't understand this. Extends enemy. Oh. Position to 3D. Yep. There it is. Are we actually using that anywhere? We're using it right here. Global position. Let me try using the other one. Equals game dot to 3D orthographic using this node. The rigid body. Dot basis. Dot origin. Okay, maybe that'll work. I think it's just going to be a difference in the depth. I think that's like the only difference there. Okay, they have shadows. Cool. I have to be patient. I can't just end stream if there's still a glaring problem. I'm glad I decided to do that. Now that I'm on the other side, it was worth it. It's worth it. That was very easy to fix. Let's see if I can find more enemies somewhere. Where are you hiding? Yeah, they all have shadows now. Nice. Okay, well, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to start working on the Steam page this weekend. You will see Monday's stream. By the time Monday stream comes around, I have the world's greatest Steam page. I guess it also means I'm going to make some YouTube shorts for the game probably at some point. Start actually getting wish lists. Because I want people to put my game on their list of wishingness. That's what it represents. I'm going to end it here, so thank you everyone who stopped in. Thank you, Redstone. Thank you, Cricket. The only chatters today. Redstone and Cricket. And everyone else who stopped in, of course. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. I will see you on Monday. Take care. Brush your teeth. Jumping jacks. Yeah. All right. See you later. Take care, everyone.